Oh, hello there. It's been raining all day. We finally got some sunlight. Let's take a walk and see what's going on. This little butterfly area we set up a couple weeks ago, so we're just kind of babying it along. Got some hot peppers planted here and there. Brought down the hanging baskets so they could get some more water. This is a lead plant that is making flowers. Those are really pretty when they come out. You'll have to see those. Rain barrels got cleaned out. And our miniature or dwarf cattails, those are coming back this year. This mulberry tree was a gift from the birds a couple years ago, I think. Anyway, it is actually making berries this year. So that's neat. I didn't think we'd actually get any berries from it. Well, we may not, but anyway, it's making them. So it's happy. Got some larkspur, bachelor's buttons, fleabane. A lot of people call it a weed, but I think it deserves a little more respect than that. We got blazing stars coming up. I accidentally mowed over a couple of them, but we'll see how they bounce back from that. Persimmon tree, not doing too bad this year. Sassafras still needs some iron, but I think I might be able to bring it back. Looks like the new leaves are doing okay, so maybe what I'm doing is helping. This little persimmon has put on a good 6 inches of growth already. Prairie fire crabapple. More larkspur here in your purple, your white, and your pink. And we've got these, I believe, are coneflowers. This is just going to be a sea of larkspur when they all pop. My little apple crab is doing okay. Putting out new leaves all over the place. It's doing pretty good. Volunteer catnip, as it is prone to doing. Bachelor's buttons. The beauty berries are coming back. My service berry is hanging in there. A couple of poppies here and there. This is smooth sumac in this area. 9 bark, it's done blooming for the year. Coneflowers and boneset all together there. Anise hyssop. There's my American chestnut, leaning over pretty good. I hope it comes back up straight. And that's what it looks like when things are working as they should. Pokeweed is about to bloom. Doing really well this year. This is an Asian persimmon. I don't know if it's going to do anything this year, but it's leafing out well, so that's good. Lots of yarrow. This year we're seeing a lot more pink yarrow than we have in years past. So that's kind of neat. American elder. Another American elder. I believe that is bone set there. American persimmon, leafing out well. I think I see evidence of flowers forming, but we'll see what those turn into. Got two trees really close together here. I don't know if I want to leave them like that or not. One of them is a male, I think. I could be wrong, but I kind of think these little things are the flowers, or will be. We'll see what it looks like. It seems to be doing okay. Kind of looking northish through the yard. There's somebody looking at the flowers and everything. I may end up going to pick something for them. Hold on. Okay, we're back. A couple little kids just wanted to say hi and how much they like my flowers. Maybe when they come back from the park here in a little bit, I'll pick a couple larkspur for them. This area didn't exist 4 years ago. 5 years ago. These sumac were about knee high back then. They weren't doing anything, and there was only 2 of them. Now, I can walk through, stand underneath, and have this overhead. The smooth sumac hasn't shot up quite so much, but the staghorn sure has. Yeah, you can kind of stay dry in the rain here. There's the berry clusters forming, so those are kind of cool. Those are the big red things you see sticking up alongside the road and stuff in forgotten places. I planted the staghorn sumac because I wanted shade and I wanted it quick. But this one here is 4 years old. This is one of the originals. This is a milkweed plant that we got last year. It just showed up. And then this is a second one that showed up this year. So I don't know if next year I'm going to have 3, because it's going to make one more every year, or if I'm going to have 4 or 6 or what. I don't know what it's going to do. But anyway, kind of standing in my sumac colony that didn't exist a couple years ago. That's my sago palm there, trying to resurrect it. I made some mistakes potting it before, so I almost lost it. See if I can bring it back. This is my lemon balm patch. You rub the leaves like that. It smells like lemon. You can make a nice tea out of that too, or add it to tea for a little bit of lemon flavor. But the lemon balm is doing well. Got some opium lettuce here coming up. My 2-year-old elderberry bush is making flowers. So this is going to be pretty in, I don't know, a few weeks. Should be covered with flowers. This is what's left of our mustard greens after Mom collected all she wanted yesterday. So we're going to have some greens and homemade chicken soup or chicken carcass soup. Had some leftover chicken, and so we just boiled up the carcasses and got all the meat and stuff off of there. Anyway, whatever. We're in the garden. Potato tower is, kind of working. Down below there, it didn't do what I thought it would, but anyway, we got some. We got more. A lot of potatoes in here. Got potatoes over here, and there are eggplants sprouting. See how that goes. I've never grown eggplant before. I'm going to have to do a lot of thinning on the carrots, but we have red carrots over here, and black carrots over here, and cabbage in the middle. So we'll be doing some thinning and a little maintenance. These are Maximilian sunflowers. They're really pretty, but boy, they're hard to control once they get going. There's some bee balm back there. More bee balm over here. Once it starts blooming, the butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds will just be all over this. There is, I think that's bone set, and some catnip growing together. Sweet William, kind of pretty. It kind of got beat down by the rain earlier, but it's still pretty. This is a 1-year-old American hazelnut. This one's older than that. Actually, this one, that one, and this one were all planted the same time. And they were about knee high when I planted them. Now they're, I don't know, 7, 8 feet tall, 5 or 6 feet wide. So those were planted in, originally to help pollinate and get some hazelnuts off of them. And then I thought, well, why not add a couple more? So last year I added this one and that one over there. I believe this is a clump of native asters. Important for wildlife, so I left them be. And this is a clump of sedge. I'm not sure exactly what kind, but it's a sedge. And so I'm leaving it for the critters too. But yeah, these hazelnuts were originally planted to try and block some of the light from that guy's security light right on the front of his garage. And I don't like that much light in my yard. I'd like it a little darker at night, you know? There's another prairie fire crab apple. It's I don't know, it's doing all right, I guess. And then this year, just for grins, I decided to make another little walking path through the yarrow around this American chestnut, which is putting out flowers, and last year dropped American chestnuts on the ground, maybe for the first time in a century in this area. So here's an interesting thing. So if you leave staghorn sumac alone and don't cut it or anything, it does this kind of stuff. It gets this kind of palm tree-like growth habit. You know, so no branches along the stems, and then all of a sudden out at the top, poof, okay? So you leave it alone and you get that. Well, this spring I took this volunteer and I cut it off about head height to see what it would do. And it put out a whole bunch of branches, became more of a really tall bush. Ultimately, I believe that one's going to have to come down altogether, but I wanted to see what it would do. There's a little yarrow patch. Cleavers and yarrow and sumac and milkweed and fleabane and all kinds of stuff in here. That's a sumac that I had to cut down last year. My wife likes it, so I leave it. And here we are back under the sumac canopy. Which is really nice on stupid hot days. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on. This is my perspective through the yard. I know this is just grass, but I think it's cool, so I leave it. My wife's peony is about done. Daylilies haven't really done much yet. So there we go. Anyway, talk to you again later. We'll show you when there's more color and more things going on. Right now things are just getting started, but it's still neat to watch it.